A group of wannabe influencers and vloggers are forced together to create an unstoppable force of online content. They call themselves Squad. Squad consists of 4 core members: Harleen, who you may know from the Man series; Shark, who featured in the classic 1975 film Jaws; Digger, a retired gold miner from Australia; and Floyd, who you may also know from the Man series, except he was white. Long before their rise to fame, they find themselves at Arkham Asylum. A great start to the game, with Rocksteady finally acknowledging the real name after all these years. All 4 of them have been convicted into Arkham Asylum for unknown reasons. That is, until a lady named Amanda gives them a deal of a lifetime. Amanda is the CEO of Machinima, an online content creator network. She would like to bail them all out on one condition: they have to form together and sign with Machinima to produce online content for the rest of their lives. First things first, Squad needed to fit the part, so Amanda gave them all a small loan of $1 million. We live in a society where no one gives a shit about you unless you have cool materialistic things to flex online. They get some drip from the local Gucci store. Of course, they also need to have a content house. It needed to be the most over-the-top mansion they could find, preferably in LA, something they really couldn't afford in the long run. They rented this place out and called it the Hype House. After some renovations, it looks like it's really starting to come together. Lastly, Squad needed a cool car, something iconic that no one else could compete with. So they purchased an IRL one-of-a-kind battle bus straight out of Fortnite. Next up, they had to think of a name for their YouTube channel and online socials, something short like Kai Cenat. Naturally, the 4 landed on the name Squad. Now it was time to start making content. Their first video was a vlog introducing themselves on the channel. They used nothing but Amanda's phone to film it. See kids, you really can come from anywhere. It wasn't a great video, but they did realize this wasn't going to work with one of them holding the camera at all times, so they hired a camera crew with way better equipment to help them film. With an idea for a video in mind, Squad head out. They stumble onto an older bloke named Oswald. Innocent enough Italian guy. That doesn't concern Squad though. They give him a head start, but before he can get very far, Digger whips out the taser and discharges it right into his back. It's so funny that they keep tasering him while he's still down. They get back and upload the footage, but it flops again. People like it, but it just simply isn't enough. They need to be committing more severe crimes. Squad collab with a local upcoming content creator, Alexander. He sort of reminds me of my friend, except bald. The context of that being they're both engineers and have huge dump trucks. However, this collab isn't going to be engineering related. Squad have something else up their sleeves. They've paid a random kid from outside a Comic-Con to twist Alexander's nipples. While they distract Alexander, the kid makes his move. He twists it so hard it begins to bleed. It turns out he has very sensitive nipples. This was exactly what Squad needed. This is good content. After uploading the collab, their channel begins to gain some traction. Next on the agenda, Digger wants to surprise the Squad with a little something. He pulls up in a brand new ice cream truck that he stole from a struggling local business just around the corner. Not only that, but the ice cream he's eating is filled with asbestos, and now he's glowing. I felt bad at first, but now it makes sense why the business is struggling. Digger really put his health and well-being at risk for this video, and it absolutely flops. Heartbroken, Digger heads out alone with the camera crew and runs into that kid from Comic-Con. He beats him up and chops off his finger out of pure anger. The camera team aren't sure if they should be rolling, but they record it anyway. After getting back and uploading the video, the channel explodes. People love it, so naturally they have to do a sequel. But first, Digger says he wants to renegotiate the revenue split. He feels a fair 25 split 4 ways isn't good enough anymore. He believes he deserves more for carrying the channel into its rightful place. All 4 head out and grab another kid from Comic-Con. This one is named John. People were suggesting different ways to remove a finger in the comments of the last video to mix things up. So Shark rips his finger off with his bare hands. And of course people go crazy over it. Even Lewis, a famous journalist, reports on it. The fame was starting to get to their heads. They thought for their next video it would be funny to shoot Man in the head. The beloved icon himself. Are they stupid? Who would ever think that's a good idea? But there was no stopping them. Squad break into his man cave and kidnap him. Harleen carries him to a park before shooting him in the head. Little did Squad know that this would be their last day before their careers came crashing down. They upload the video and it's dislike bombed into oblivion. They lose all of their subscribers and followers in a matter of hours, which is something that has never been seen before. Not even for proven predators like Minilad. Just like that, all of it was gone. They didn't fulfill their machinima contract, so it was back to Arkham Asylum for them. On a brighter note, I'll be playing DC's Man series next up in honor of Man's memory, so stay tuned. As for Squad, maybe they'll make a comeback one day.